I mean, think about it. What if your car could tell you not just that something's wrong, but why it's about to go wrong, and then walk you through exactly how to fix it? Well, that's the idea behind Genesis OS. And it's not just some far off concept. This is an audacious entry for the Google Gemini Live Agent Challenge. Their mission? To turn the phone you're probably holding right now into a full blown AI native mechanic. And yeah, this is way more than just a cool idea. It's a full on mission. So, this is the story of Genesis OS, and we're going to dive deep into how it's being built from the ground up to completely shake up the industry. So, what's the big idea here? It all comes down to democratizing what they're calling the unfair advantage. Taking the super exclusive high-tech tools of elite race teams and putting them in the hands of everyone with an AI native mechanic. Okay, and this is where it gets really interesting, because you can see the huge market gap they're going after. On one side, you've got the pro systems, right? Stuff from Motec or Cosworth. We're talking $5,000 plus, and that's just for the hardware. But then you look at Genesis OS, and they've completely flipped the script. It's a SaaS model, just $29 a month. This isn't just a slightly different approach. It's a full-on disruption of that old hardware-first mindset. So you're probably asking, how on earth do they pull this off? Well, it all starts with this really unique architecture they've created called the Phygital Blueprint. And it's exactly what it sounds like, blending the physical world of the workshop with the infinite power of the cloud. So let's break that down. What is Phygital? It's basically a hybrid ecosystem. It fuses these high-performance, real-world workshop bays with a cloud-native, physics-based digital twin of the vehicle. And here's the key takeaway, the thing that makes this so brilliant. The system isn't just passively reading sensors. No, it's actively modeling the physical reality of your car in real time. This whole ecosystem is built on two main pillars. First, you've got the physical hub, and these are actual physical self-service dyno lab bays at a place in New Zealand called Karapiro Speed Shop. Then you have the digital engine, and that's Genesis OS itself, the software that provides all the real-time data, the telemetry, and the crazy autonomous tuning logic that ties everything together. All right, time to get nerdy. Let's pop the hood and really look at the engine that's powering this whole platform, the Deep Architect Stack. So here's the million-dollar question. How do you get pro-level accuracy out of a regular smartphone? Well, the secret sauce is this incredible algorithm called an Extended Kalman filter, or EKF for short. It's a super sophisticated mathematical model that's constantly taking in data from your phone's GPS, its motion sensors, even the camera. And it fuses it all together to create one single, highly accurate picture of exactly what the car is doing at any given moment. So, in plain English, what does that even mean? It's basically the magic trick that turns the kind of laggy, consumer-grade sensors in your phone into a high-precision, professional-grade timing system. We're talking something that can genuinely go toe-to-toe with that expensive, dedicated hardware. And believe me, the entire tech stack is just built for pure, raw performance. We're talking about a front end that renders gauges at a buttery smooth 60 frames per second. For managing all that data, they're using something called Zustand, which basically acts like a high-frequency message bus to keep everything perfectly in sync. And of course, there's that digital twin physics engine running simulations in real time. The goal for all this? Latency under 16 milliseconds. They're calling that an aviation-grade user experience. That's serious stuff. Okay, now we get to the really cool part. The part that brings this whole thing right into the heart of the Gemini Challenge. Let's meet Casey, the AI co-pilot, the ghost in the machine. So check this out. This is an actual snippet from the AI's system prompt. It's being told you are KC, tone, decisive, professional, brief. Use terminology like copy that, EGTs and range. So right away, you know this isn't just some friendly, fluffy chatbot. No, this is a mission-focused race engineer that lives inside your car. And how do you use it? It's so simple, you just talk to it. You can just say something like, hey Casey, I'm hearing a misfire, my VQ37 is running hot. And this right here is where those Gemini Live agent capabilities really shine. It takes that simple voice command and instantly kicks off a full diagnostic session. And KC isn't just guessing, not at all. It's working off a very specific logic matrix. So if you ask for something like an E85 conversion, it knows exactly what to do. It applies a global timing advance. You want a popcorn limiter? Bam! It enables a hard fuel cut at a precise RPM. It's literally translating what you want into expert-level tuning actions on the fly. And the whole process is so structured and intelligent. First, it analyzes all the live data, all the telemetry, plus the car's entire history. Then, it comes back with a logical diagnostic tree, telling you check this first, then check that. It follows that up with super specific repair steps, and this is huge, it gives you a risk to failure timeline. It's a complete professional workflow. And look, this isn't just theory or some marketing slide. This right here points to the actual code. You're seeing the interpret hands-free command function inside a file called geminiservice.ts. This is literally the spot where your voice command gets picked up and processed by the Gemini Live agent. It makes the AI real, tangible. But having amazing tech is only half the battle, right? So let's shift gears and look at how Genesis actually plans to win the market battle. How they're going to grow from just a piece of code into this whole community they call the cartel. And man, their go-to-market plan is seriously aggressive. A public beta on the Google Play Store by December 2025, they plan on landing their first 3 pilot workshop partners by the end of that same month. And then, just 6 months after that, they're aiming to hit a $10,000 monthly recurring revenue threshold. This team is absolutely built for speed. Now, their main competitor out there is a hardware device called Draghi Pro. And when you put them side by side like this, the Genesis strategy becomes crystal clear. Draghi is all about the hardware, with a pretty basic app. Genesis? It's software first. It has a free app to get you in the door. It's powered by all those AI diagnostics we talked about. It's got a customizable UI, and the hardware is optional. It's just a completely different value proposition. And here's the number that really puts it all into perspective. The street price for that competitor's hardware? $209. Genesis is storming in with a freemium model that is designed to just completely shatter that old-school hardware-first approach. But you gotta understand, they're not just building a product here. They are building a brand. They call their community the Carapiro Cartel, which really taps into New Zealand's deep motorsport culture and this idea of a super tight-knit group. I mean, they're even dropping merch on a Shopify store that's already selling out. And that community, that is their ultimate competitive advantage. It's their moat. So when you put all this together, where does it lead? Well, it leads to a fundamentally new relationship between us, the drivers, and our machines. It's forcing us to completely rethink the future of what it even means to own a car. And that brings us to the final, and maybe most important question. When your car's AI can literally predict a failure before it even happens, who truly owns the machine anymore? You or the AI? That's the powerful, really provocative idea that's sitting right at the heart of Genesis OS.